Hi, thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to talk about microcurrent, what it is and how it works and what it's going to do for you. Your Avazzia device is a microcurrent machine. It's an FDA-approved medical device for home care using microcurrent stimulation for pain management and injury recovery. The function of the device is neuromodulation therapy. Neuromodulation is a frequency-based technology that acts upon the nerves and the nervous system of your body. It activates nerves in a targeted way, such as to a shoulder or a knee, but also along the pathways where energy flows through the body. So when applied to the skin, the microcurrent stimulation activates the peripheral nervous system, which sends signals to the brain. And this creates a cybernetic loop between the microcurrent device and the body. So when a healing response is required or there's something wrong, the brain and the nervous system and the endocrine system come together and they function in an integrated way to modulate those physiological states. It's called the neuroendocrine system. The language that they use to communicate with each other is frequency-based. It's microcurrent. So your microcurrent device has a high-speed processor in it that is programmed with thousands of algorithms that translate the nerve energy that's going through that cybernetic loop. So the microcurrent device in your brain is having a conversation while the neuroendocrine system is working through that healing process. So it's important to understand that microcurrent is not the same thing as TENS. TENS is transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. It's a type of electrical stimulation that's used in the home care for pain management and pain relief. But the way that it works is the current overwhelms the nerve and shuts it down, and that's how you get the pain relief. Whereas with microcurrent, you get more of a healing response because the current is thousands of times less than the TENS current. In order for energy to get inside a cell, the signals have to be small enough to get through the door. With TENS, the current is too big. It can't get through the door. TENS is like energy walking down a hallway and it can't get through the doors. Microcurrent walks down the hallway, gets through the door and into the cells. Once the microcurrent gets into the cells, it deposits ATP energy into the fuel tanks of those cells. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. It's the body's cellular energy. It's the currency that the body uses to get things done. So even if you're not sure how to use your device in any given situation, all you have to do is turn the machine on and apply it to the affected area, and you're dumping ATP energy into those cells and into those tissues where that energy is needed, because sick and injured cells are lacking in ATP energy. They're lacking an important resource for healing. So when the microcurrent is applied to the skin and it activates the peripheral nervous system, the signals travel along and through those layers of skin and through the underlying fascia or the fascial plane. So another word for fascia is connective tissue. So everything in the body is made up of connective tissue, the bones and the blood vessels, nerves, brain, organs. It's all made of the same type of tissue, connective tissue. So the body matrix basically is layer upon layer upon layer of this densely woven fabric that has holes in it. It looks and it functions like an electrified fence. All the connective tissue structures, like your bones and your blood vessels, are located within the body matrix. And all the things that flow through the body, the blood, the chi, the lymph, they are in between the layers and they're in between the holes. So when you have inflammation or you have an injury, you have damaged tissue, and you also have congestion. And so the congestion in the tissue creates a roadblock. It creates an obstruction to the flow of those materials through the body. And it's that obstruction that causes the pain. It's the obstruction that causes the more serious pathology down the road if the tissue isn't healed and the issue isn't resolved. So in a situation where you have a healing response is required, what is needed, what is required is A, more ATP, more energy, more chi to fuel the healing response. And B, the chi, the energy, all those things that flow through the body need to be able to flow through the body. So when you use your microcurrent that's connected to that cybernetic loop and is communicating with the neuroendocrine system, it's helping to modulate those physiological state. It enhances the ability of the neuroendocrine system to do its job. So in a home care situation, in a situation where you have chronic pain and chronic inflammation, what's needed is repeated application over extended periods of time as that healing process happens. There's a lot that has to go on. So using microcurrent in home care is a good way to get that therapy. So that is microcurrent, and that's what it is, that's how it works, and that's what it's going to do for you when you use your Avazzia device in various applications, which we're going to talk about. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, just let me know. But in the meantime, be amazed, be healthy, and be happy. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.